Hello again, everyone. Saka here, and welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Racing 2003 season. And we are back at Daytona, except we are here at the road course, and we are on the pole. On the outside is Brandon in that Mountain Dew Toyota. We, of course, are in our critical role Chevy Camaro, and we are set for 7 laps here at the road course. So should be fairly interesting to see for sure. Ryan Blaney and Joey Logano behind us, as well as Kevin Harvick. So the Ford Mustang showing up strong. One thing that we have to really pay attention to are the heavy braking zones just outside of turn 4 and the bus stop. And already there's a car on the apron back there. Don't exactly know what is going on with that, but could be a DNF. It looks like perhaps Kurt Busch back there, which would be detrimental to his championship, that is for sure. We'll see if he gets down to pit road. But that's a bummer to have your race not even start, essentially. But speaking of start, we're over the turtles and ready to go, waiting for that green flag. And 7 laps may seem pretty quick, but they are long laps, and green flag is out. Brandon and myself with a really good launch off the initial start. Ryan Blaney falling back, and they're looking 3 wide and funneling into this first turn. We'll have to be very careful down into second gear, rolling this hairpin. Everyone else looks to be rolling through well. Ryan Blaney charging, dropping back a little bit, and that's where the AI kind of hesitate in that series of left and right handers. If you're on the left-hand side, they'll roll out and give you the space. So Brandon is clear. Use all this access road that we can and power down to the little dogleg here. And so far, so good. Clouds are looking ominous, though. Should prove to be a lot of power once we get the power down, of course. Looks like Harvick is making some moves. Harvick up to 3rd. And we'll get down to the inside here and see if we lose any time on this long banking section. Up to speed, and yeah, they're sort of single filing out. We have quite the lead here, so we'll see if we can hold on to it. Road course racing is one of those things where if you mess up a corner, you won't lose a few tenths, you'll lose entire seconds. So not out of the woods by any stretch of the imagination. We'll cut into the muddy section, and we saw in the real life Busch Clash, this entire dogleg was one big mud hole, and Brandon got through that bus stop section very quickly to the inside. We'll drop back into second place, and yeah, those guys behind us, not sure if they didn't sort their lives out or what exactly happened, but we'll try not to overshoot these turtles, and they are extreme. As you can see, the car bouncing, and it sort of throws you into a straight line if you hit them just right. Though if you don't hit them correctly, off you go. And it looked like the AI was kind of side by side in that kink, and that slows all of them up. Hugging that inside, see if we can get a fender on Brandon, no worries. And power through. Harvick is back there. I think the AI are faster in this particular section. We can see Harvick, Logano, and Chase Elliott back there, as well as Kyle Busch. And if Blaney was up here, then we could count on him getting into Chase and Kyle Busch making the pass. Car a little loose on that dog leg. Here the AI really charged. As you can see in that mirror, Harvick is right there on our bumper once more. See if we can get the power down, and away we go. So Harvick is not giving up too awful much. He's still right there. All of us nose to tail. Harvick looking to the left. Good move by Kevin to get that second place. We'll drop in line, get that draft all the way up to the bus stop. And this is where it's going to get a little bit tight. Up to 4th gear. Is Harvick going to give us the bottom? No, we're going to have to take the top. So that'll set us up well for the double right-hander. Oh, we actually cleared Harvick. Oh, wheel hop just a little bit, trying to get it woed up. Bad entry there on our behalf. Harvick takes advantage. Logano looking as well with Chase Elliott there, and Kyle Busch not too far behind. So we're really stretching it out. Brandon's got that lead. We'll look to the inside of Harvick, and this is bad mojo, as we have seen. We'll get it stopped as best we can. Down into second. Harvick right there. Logano to our left as well. Should get power down and clear Logano just fine. We should be able to get Harvick going into turn 1 here. We'll take a wide arc, cut down to the left, get on the binders. Down into second and keep that fender right there. Take the shortest way around. Harvick got that power straight line speed though. We'll see if we can get him through the horseshoe sections. And Logano, Chase, and Kyle Busch has tightened up. And who is that? That looks like Byron and Hamlin has come into the mix as well. So it's certainly not a runaway as it looked like on the initial start when everyone was trying to figure their life out side by side. Now that everyone's single file, they're running some pretty quick laps. Logano went to the left on that hairpin though. Kind of went against what they normally do, charging hard to the right. Kind of clipped that apron just a little bit, almost in the dirt. And we should still be able to get a pull off Harvick, but it looks like Harvick is getting a pull on Brandon, and we've got Chase Elliott beside Joey Logano as well in the banking section. Kyle Busch trying to follow Logano through. Water temp light coming on. We are right at the cusp of proper tape. I don't think it's going to get any hotter than that, but any sort of debris, if it's simulated debris, would definitely put our engine overheating for sure. Good bus stop exchange for us there, though. We caught Harvick massively. We're going to get that pull down the banking. And let's set up this right-hander a little bit better. We'll take the outside. That way we'll be clear in the sharper section. We'll cut the curb just a bit. Harvick's still there, power straight, but we should get that straight line speed, and indeed we do go around Harvick for second and set sights back on the leader. Brandon really hasn't had any pressure from the AI thus far. If we can get some good entries here and close up that space, we'll be okay. Harvick should, yeah, Harvick indeed does drop back in that left-hand, right-hand section. That choked up Joey Logano as well, giving us some breathing room. They're still side by side, and that's good for me. I can keep eyes out of the mirror and out the windshield. Plus, that means they're not going to be breathing down my neck in this right hairpin. Hard charging. In we go, clip that apex and drift out. Looks like Brandon got a little bit better launch. Harvick has made it back around Logano. We'll see if Harvick gets back to our rear bumper. They are incredibly fast in that infield section. If we can hit our bus stop well, we should be able to leave them though. And Brandon really got out of that left-hander very well, gapping us on the entire banking section. And that's what it's all about on these road courses. Maximize your speed on the turn right before the fastest section. Carry all of that down the straightaway. Clip the curb a little bit, power sliding just a skosh. And we have lost third gear. Crap. So if I put it in the third, you're going to hear some shake, rattling, and rolling in that transmission. Didn't really hear it there, but I'm going to have to go from second to fourth. And that's going to choke up my straight line speed. Yeah, nothing out of third. Just put it to the floor and there's no gear there to grab. So we're going to be on defense the rest of this race, and heavy wheel hop as the transmission struggles to catch up to the engine on that double downshift. And it may only be a matter of time before second gear goes. I'm not sure how the game simulates losing gears and gear wear, but going from fourth gear down to second is definitely a shock to the transmission. Yeah, it's terrible having to run fourth gear, really bogged down through that dog leg. The corner's too fast to be a second gear corner, but too slow to be a fourth. That's where we need third gear for sure. The infield section, we can hold our own pretty well. It's second gear all the way through. But getting up here on the banking and out of the dogleg, we are going to be up the creek without a paddle. Get as many RPMs as we can out of it in second and just sort of move over because we're just going to be in the way here. I think we can limp it home for a top 5, maybe a top 10 if these guys are stretched out. All right, let's get her woed up way, way, way deep before the downshift. See if we can power through. Kyle is probably going to get us here on the left-hand side. And yeah, we are just bogging down too much. We'll be okay at the end of the straightaway. If we can get drafting, we'll be able to hang right there. But it's under acceleration, we are screwed. Get her slowed up. That wasn't too awful bad. Come on, Kyle, move! And Kevin Harvick going to pit. That's questionable, and other cars pit as well. That's going to help us. There's really no need to pit. Maybe the AI feel that they are too close on fuel, but we're actually two laps to the good. Wow, Hamlin throws it in there. See if we can get him going into the horseshoe section here. We'll be fine in the corner. Once we get to this little dogleg, though, we're going to be up the creek. Now, can't quite get the power down on him, and he's just going to pull away. So we've got a decent gap back there to the next car. Don't exactly know who that is, but we're going to run as best we can. Get it slowed up as much as we can. Try to match RPMs as well. Yeah, there's going to be a few sections on the track we really have to take care of. The bus stop and the kink and then turn 1 are going to be the really important places that we need to hit second gear without wheel hopping. Yeah, bogging down terribly, but no real pressure from behind. Yeah, I wonder what this is going to do to our engine. If we're not able to run third gear, the RPMs are going to go really high really quick, and that may keep that temperature pegged. But then short shifting to fourth, we won't be running so hot. Yeah, we're just going to hang on as best we can. I don't think we can catch Hamlin. I think the play now is not to lose any more spots. I know it's too early to think about championship time, but we definitely don't want to give up any points if we can help it. Hamlin to pit road. All right, so we're going to get Hamlin. So it looks like we're running in 5th right now. Logano possibly in 2nd, followed by Chase, then Byron, then us. Yeah, we just have to get it slowed way down and downshift in as straight a line as possible. If we try to turn and downshift, we're going to get that clutch release oversteer. And so far, so good out the mirror. It reminds me when I lost 4th gear at Richmond a few years back. Having to run the whole race in 3rd gear definitely slowed us up, but we managed a top 10. So I'm hopeful we can do the same thing today. A top 10 may still be achievable, especially if everyone's pitting. Though if the yellow comes out, that's going to be terrible. We do not want a yellow to come out. We've got a decent gap. So let's just try not to screw this up. There can't be but a handful of laps to go, if that. We only started with 7. Yeah, I feel all alone out here. No one out front, no one behind. Really stretching it out. Down to 2nd, through we go. And it kind of looks like Logano and Chase are battling side by side. I don't know if that is Logano trying to come down pit road. If we can make up another spot, that would be dandy. We're not planning on pitting anytime soon. And even if we did, I don't think they can fix the transmission. Now, Logano did not pit. No one in front of us did. And that is the race. So that was the last lap. Coming across the line, we will be in 5th place. So not bad at all. There is your winner. Brandon off doing his donuts in the runoff area, lighting them up. But one thing I wanted to take a look at was poor Ryan Blaney. Up beside Almirola in the first turn, and bam! Hard into the barriers. Almirola looks like he kept it straight a bit though, but poor Ryan Blaney. I don't know if Ryan was moving up or was Eric Almirola moving over. Can we have a better view from this angle? Not a good one. It's like the exact same view. Ouch. Hard into the wall. Everything is broken. Let's take a look from his chase camera and take a look to see, was that crowded? Yeah, Blaney was just cutting over. So Almirola had a head of steam and Blaney just decided to cut over, and that was the end of his day. So let's take a look at the standings after the Daytona road course. That top 5 keeps us 1 point ahead of Logano. Cole Custer is your cutoff driver, and that is Brandon's 2nd straight, the only winner this year. Still very tight though, only 1 point separating 13th down to 16th, only 3 points separate 13th through 19th. And we head to the first real speedway of the year in the Miami-Dade Homestead Motorsports Complex Racing Facility. So that should be fun, but I'll see you then. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next NASCAR Racing 2003 season video. Take care.